If you want to save money, you'll have to work more. If you work more, you'll get a promotion. If you get a promotion, you'll make more money. If you make more money, you'll buy more expensive things. If you buy more expensive things, you won't save any money. These sentences are all examples of the first conditional. We use the first conditional to talk about the result of an action in the present or in the future. Now, maybe you're asking yourself, what's the difference between the first conditional and the zero conditional? Well, we use the zero conditional to talk about things that happen in general, while the first conditional is used to talk about the consequence of specific situations. Let's compare some examples. If I look at my phone when I'm in bed, I spend hours watching shorts. Or, if I look at my phone when I'm in bed, I will spend hours watching shorts. Both the zero and the first conditional forms are grammatically correct, but the meaning changes slightly, from referring to something that happens in general to a specific situation. Look at this one. If I'm tired in the morning, I drink coffee. If I'm tired tomorrow morning, I'll drink a coffee. The zero conditional example refers to your routine in general, while the first conditional example refers to what you will do specifically tomorrow. So, when you're thinking, do I use the zero conditional or do I use the first conditional? Think about what you want to express. If you want to say that something is generally true, or it's a routine or a fact, then use the zero conditional. If you want to say that something will happen in a specific situation, use the first conditional. Now, let's look at the grammar and the structure of a first conditional sentence. All conditional sentences have an if clause and a result clause. In the first conditional, the if clause is in the present simple and the result clause uses will or won't plus verb. For example, if you make a joke in 2023, you will probably offend someone. Instead of will or won't, you can also use going to or not going to. If you offend someone, your channel is going to get demonetized. In a conditional sentence, the structure can be if clause then result, or result then if clause. So we can say, if your channel gets demonetized, you will have to find a real job. Or, you will have to find a real job if your channel gets demonetized. But remember, when the result comes first, we don't use a comma to separate the sentence. Let's imagine you're talking to your English friend and you ask them, "What plans do you have for your friend's birthday?" And she says, "If we can get the time off work, we'll go for a drink." And then you're like, "What did you just say?" And because she's a nice friend, she repeats the answer really slowly. If we can get the time off work, we'll go for a drink. She answered with a first conditional, but she contracted we will to we'll. This is something very common for native speakers, and it's something you should start to do too, because that's how you become an English-speaking god. Here's some examples. If we go out for a drink, she'll make me take shots. If we take shots, we'll party all night. If we party all night, we won't go to work in the morning. So, she will becomes she'll, we will becomes we'll, and will not becomes won't. Okay, we're almost at the end of the video, but there's still one important structure we need to know, and that's how to make a question in the first conditional. Look at this example. If we don't go to work in the morning, will we get fired? Making a question in the first conditional is easy. Just change the order of the subject and will. So this sentence is a question, now it's affirmative. Now it's a question, now it's affirmative. Now it's a question. So we've looked at the difference between the zero and first conditionals, the grammar and structure, the contraction of will, and how to form questions. But before we finish the video, let's address one of the most common mistakes when learning the first conditional. If I will subscribe to this channel, I will learn English. No, you won't, because we don't use will in the if clause.